Hello, everyone. I don't know how many people are going to watch. This is earlier than I usually start, but Dolly's going live here at 8, and I wanted to go ahead and get this done real quick, and then maybe whenever she goes live, if she wants me to guest for a little bit, I might be able to do that like we did last week. Now, these little things here, this is an anchor with looks like a rope, and the Queen Elizabeth things, they're very small. They're bracelet charms. There was a vendor event thing at a local strip type mall, and they had some of these. Now I got this one at a different place there about a month ago. It's bigger than the other Queen Elizabeth ones here, but they are kind of neat. Anyway, King Friday was telling me about these. This is a little bit better date Australian halfpenny. Now, if this would grade mint state, it would be worth a little bit, way more than 20 cents I paid for it. Even if it's an AU one, the prices I was seeing on a guide was saying about $5. So whatever it is, I cherry picked this one out of there and made out pretty well because it was only a 20-cent coin, and it's probably worth at least $5 probably. Now, there's a couple people out there watching. Please say hello, and we can add you to the guest. But anyway, I keep telling myself I need to buy less of this kind of junk and start buying stuff that's a little more collectible and a little more valuable. Well, 1921 Mercury dime, Philadelphia. It's got a couple scratches, but it is a low mintage coin. And not too many got saved. A lot of them, if that wears much on the rim, the one, you'll be able to tell it's a 1920 something, but you won't be able to tell what date because the rim starts going away rapidly on the tail end of the date. And when you get some that are worn where the rim is going away, you can't tell the year very easy on them. It's a Philadelphia. The Denver one's slightly lower mintage. But all in all, the 21's a pretty low mintage year for dimes. I mean, 2.3 million between the two minted. That's pretty low for these. It's not the lowest, the 16D is, and it would be a lot more. Now, mint state, 65 on these. This particular coin goes to about $3,800 or so, which is a lot. Now, like I said, Doll's Dolly is going live here at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to keep this shorter maybe. And then if she wants a guest, maybe I'll guest on it. We'll see. I was on her live stream last week. This is Apollo 11 space token with the 3 astronauts who went up in the capsule, and Neil Armstrong, and he went to the moon, and he stayed in the orbiter because someone had to. And I don't know how they decided early on how they were going to do that, because if I'm going up to the moon, I'd want to go in, to the moon, not just orbit it if people are going to go there. So anyway, I have a little bit of sorting I need to do, so I'm going to kind of move these over here. And I need to sort these $50 better. I've got this box, which is an older box. And then I got these that were all in my massive horde. We'll put these two boxes together over here and show you that It's going to be close to a full box worth of these once I get this arranged. And some of these other ones in this box aren't half dollars. There's a trade dollar with a hole in it back there. And then this is all ones from the coins that I haven't had, access to or even looked at in at least 2 or 3 years. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start. These are 40% ones. Is start taking coins. We'll turn this a little bit. Move this stone over here and these over there. Lay this box here, this one here, and start sorting them in. All right. First few coins in this box are barber halves, and they all predate the Walking Liberty ones in this. It's a 1917. It's an early year one. So these would all go in here. We'll keep digging until we get to the end of these. There's several barber half dollars in this box, and then we get to them. There's only one Walker that I can see at the moment, 1918S. So we'll put these in this where they go, and then we'll grab the 1918S, which I have a 1918 Philadelphia in here, and it was only $7.50 when I bought it, so silver was quite a bit lower back then than what it is now, because these are about $11.50. The 18S is a $12 coin. It might be a little bit lower mintage. All right. Next couple coins in here, I see a couple Benjamin Franklins. That this one's uncirculated, and that's a proof. They'll go towards the back, but we have other Walking Liberties in this box. So we'll work this 1919 into the box behind the 1918s. The next jump, and this is to 27S from 1919, so there's potential to add several coins to it. Gold plated does not add value. A 42 that says AU. This is a nice looking Walker, one of the better looking ones I have, with pretty good details left on it. Maybe, a little toning, but not too bad considering. And a 37 that is a bit worn. We'll put it in just to show you what a few years and a price difference can do. This says fine. Someone wrote that it's fine, $6.75. And this one was 12, almost twice as much. Might be a little less worn, I'm thinking, because that's got some details across the top of the coin, so it might even be extra fine compared to this one, which is a bit flat. Anyway, I'll throw these in here where they go. All right. After these, I'm not sure. The 1960s will go back here a little bit further. There's two of them, proof in a 1960. There's a 62 Benjamin Franklin in here, which was also $6.75, and then this 53D, which is $6.75. Now the 42, which is AU, that one says it's very fine. So we'll kind of look at these two real quick, side by side. All right. You can see slight wear on the AU. Shouldn't have very much wear, if any, to speak of, because AU means it did not stay out in circulation for very long, because these silver coins did not take long to get wear into them. So we'll put the very fine in front of the AU. Better condition coin last. That's usually the best way to do it. All right. This one's in a flip, and it is a 42. Philadelphia. So this one I do not know what I paid for it. I do know that this would probably sell if I put it in a regular card mount for about $11 maybe. Somewhere in there. We'll just leave it in front of that one. The gold plated one is a 46. So we'll go back. I have a 46 in here that it's not gold plated. And it's kind of dirty looking and stuff. 675. We'll put that in there. I don't know. I think I'm going to keep this being with what else? Rest of the stuff in here. Modern silver proof. One that is just a copper nickel, but pretty well uncirculated. Kind of shiny. Like brand new from the mint. Never seen any real wear and tear. I think these are kind of semi-arranged. They're not all, they're mostly clads until you get to these 90% silver proof ones at the back. Well, a couple of them. And then that 20D. So all that stuff appears to be pretty well in order. And it's all 40% or clad type coins. The last ones in here are 64s, so all this will go behind all that because it's all newer dates. I'll get in there. It's hard to jam them in there. You don't want to jam them in too hard, but you do. Damn it. Staple got me a little bit. All right. That's that. That's a 69 proof 40% coin. And then these two, since they're 65 and 66, they're 40% ones. We'll stick them in here. Well, this ain't staying. What's the rest of this stuff? Eisenhower's. None of the rest of this is half dollars, so it's not going to stay in that box. Anyway, that's took the one box and pretty much filled this up with half dollars. Most of them are 90% silver ones. There's a few that isn't, but and this is the newer box, so we grabbed the newer lid and close it up. That box is pretty well full of half dollars. Not totally, but close. And it's got some heft to it because half dollars are kind of big coins. All right. I think that's a nice looking Indian head. I think most of the stuff in this, other than these pennies anyway, are quarters. If they are, I'm going to stick them in that other box and sort them real quick. I think that's what most of that is quarters. That's a stack of pennies and other stuff. But this, I think all these are US 90% quarters, and they're not sorted. Something that needs to be done. So if you're sitting around wondering why coin dealers charge extra for coins in these things and stuff, that's one of the reasons why. You go to a coin dealer and he's got a bag of random coins, you know, silver ones in a bag. They might be less per coin if they're not sorted or nothing. But these I'm going to go ahead and sort. So Be 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 prepared. And this will explain to you why coin dealers charge extra for the coins. And also, it allows me to have these sorted so I can kind of tell what I got. All right. Well, I done know that these 2 or 3 barbers I'm going to pull up here. All right, 1893, second year barber, 1895, 1897, 1900, and 1900 Orleans. I know them are early, so I'm going to stick them right in the front because this is not going to have anything older than barbers in it. 1903, another 1903, 1904. I think I partially sorted these, so this might go a little bit quicker. That's a kind of nice looking one with a full rim on this side. I wonder if it's full rim on the other side. But we'll find out real quick. I'd say that's a yes. That looks pretty good. I'd say it's a full rim, and that would probably put this at least good, maybe very good. 1914 looks like a full rim too. Now, as to how much sorting I did for the rest of this, it's going to be hard to. Well, I didn't do much because there's some barbers. So we'll set these 4 standing liberties here on the table and work. All right. 2 1907s and 2 1908s. We'll see. There's already a 1908 in here, but it's probably better than these 2 are. Definitely better than that one is. And that one too. So that'll go in there. And the 1907 here is right behind that one, and there's one there. So I have 2 3 1907s and 3 1908s. All right. After those, I get to some more standing liberties. And then there's quite a few of there's a modern proof that can go pretty well towards the back. On the 64 will probably be near the back too. Oh, let's see what we got in here. 34, 34, 35S, 37, 37S. By the way, this is a little bit lower mintage one in terms of Washington quarters. It is a hello, Sheena. Getting in a little live stream before Dolly goes live. This is a 1.6 million minted coin. I have 5 examples of it, so I'm kind of cornering the market. I buy them now. That's a pretty nice looking 1948D. So I don't know how sorted and arranged these Washingtons are. There's a proof coin in it, 57 proof. Once it gets closer to 8, I'm gonna stop for sure by then, maybe sooner. I don't think these are sorted very well because found this right next to like a 64, so 41S is they're not very well sorted for the Washingtons. And there's some more Let's put that in there. I saw some more standing liberties in this pile of quarters. That's a nice looking 64. There's one. Three of them. Once I get all these separated, I'll sort out the standing liberties. But, you know, I bought this a while ago when 43S is $3, and today this would probably be $5.50, somewhere in that frame. There are a lot of 64s in here and a lot of uncirculated ones that are 64s. But I'm just looking for standing liberties at the moment. And I think there's a couple more of them in here. But that might be about it. Yeah, I think it is. So now I need to sort these by date. 25 is the first year of these that I have in this box. I don't have very many before 25 because that's before they changed the dates on these. And it made for coins that lose their date pretty rapidly. 26, 27, 28. Won't stuff them in yet because I'm sure there's going to be more 26s in this stack of probably 10 more. There's a 26 Denver, 1930, another 1930. Work them back. 26S. Put the 26S behind the Denver and the 26 in front of it. 28, which says very good. These wear pretty fast, mind you, because the center part of it's kind of high. So we'll work that in. Probably behind that one that was 4 1/4. And then this one will go behind that one. All right, what's the next one in here? Other 25s. All right, now we can kind of look at these. I have 4 1/4, $10. A lot of that depends on what coin dealer you go to. This is less worn than that one is. That one's a 6. Yeah, it looks a little bit better than that one, so I'll put it in front. All right, there's 326 Philadelphia coins. We'll keep adding to this. 126 Denver, which don't look too bad. Mint mark on these is small, and it's right there by that star near the feet. It's hard to see some up sometimes. Sometimes it's not too hard, depending on the light hits it good. I love them. I've got a monster box 3/4 full of these, and the monster box is a double wide one like this red box that's 14 inches long, so it's loaded. There's only 127, a couple 28s, Philadelphias, no 29s in this particular box. 1930, 30, which is dirty but has better details than that one. And then this one I bought a while back. Looks like it's got pretty good details left on it to me. I mean, it's not a perfect coin, but a few hundred. Well, this is probably going to be 70 or so coins in this, because I've got barbers up in the front, 1893 being the first year on this, and quite a few old mint ones, and the barbers in there, and then I've got that many standing liberties, about the same number of each. But then I've got all those and all those, which are all Washington coins, unsorted. By the way, if you like your Mercury dimes, you'll know that this particular one's a bit of a key date one. Lower mintage. And capped bust. I have a capped bust dime and a capped bust $50, but no quarters. That's a nice looking Mercury for, you know, pretty low mintage one. 1921. The Denver's a little bit less, and then the 1916 Denver. Come on, focus. See, it's a 21. That's a key date one. All right, we got to go in here and start grabbing the 30s. Yeah, and it's not a real bad price. The online price for a good one that's graded probably be about 75 bucks. I know the first year of these that's probably in here is the 34. There might be a 32D or Philadelphia one, but not in this stack probably. So I'm going to start. 34s are going to be first. 35, 37, 37S. These are going to be rapidly into there too, because I'm thinking a lot of these are 40s and 50s. But that's a kind of an early one to look that good. It's great mint luster, that's for sure. 48 Denver. What's this? Every now and then you get some that are still mint wrapped. This is a 61. So we'll go through here and look for any more that are. There's a 64 Philadelphia. That's a stunner. But these are very common. So when I bought it, it's $5. But it's a very common year, so there's not a lot of collectability to them. When you start getting back in the earlier 50s, getting them in uncirculated type condition like this, at least AU, it might be totally in mint state, I don't know. Start getting them back in this kind of grade. Come on, focus. That kind of look. They start getting harder to find. 64D will have to go last. There's a couple more of them in here. 56, 57, 60D, 58 Denver, 60D, 58 Denver. Yeah, the 56 here says uncirculated, and it's nice. Now, where are we? 37 to 56. So 1950S will go in front of that, behind the 37S. I think I'm going to separate these by 60s and 40s and 50s. 41S, that'll be after the 37S. $3 when I bought it. A couple of the estimate years are a little bit lower than what you typically see in the later years. They made quite a few of certain years. 63, 60, 64, 61. There's a 52S, which I think I already have 50-something 50S. All right, we'll start pulling some more of these. 64 Denver, 57, 59. It's got a slight abrasion right there, but pretty well uncirculated. That's probably a AU one. Not much wear to speak of. Who knows? There's not a whole lot of love for these because they're very common dates usually. And nobody really puts a real high premium on them unless they're like 30s and they're uncirculated. Then that's starting to get to be very hard to come by. All right. 54 says uncirculated. 54D uncirculated. And another one, 54D. Where was we on this? These will go here. I figure this box will be full by the time I get done. 44. Go back a little ways this way. All right, Not very many from the 40s in this yet. But I figured most of these would be 50s and 60s. 53, 58, 40, 48. 58 proof, 59 proof. We're getting close to the end of this box. 48's just general wear and tear, maybe fine. Maybe I really, I'm not a professional grader, but it's not uncirculated. That much is for sure. They say AU 50 or AU on this 1953D does have some mint luster on it, but it does have some wear. We'll put that in here. 58 Philadelphia says uncirculated. 385, it'd probably be $6 today. 58. It's Philadelphia, so it goes in front of the 58D. Now there's a proof one. And then a silver, another 159. I'm not sure that the proofs really get much love for the most part. Because again, they made quite a few of them. So we'll just stick it in there for now. And we'll start looking at what's left. We're almost through. There's a 63, another 58 proof, another 59, 43S, and 44. All right, these got to go back, because sorting this takes some time. So that's one reason why coin dealer, if you're going to sell coins to them, would prefer that you do this before you bring him the coins. That way he doesn't have to do all this sorting to figure out, because they don't want to look at the book and have to go back and forth on where the coins are to get an idea of what the value is on this. Proof 63, that'll go towards the back. I'm sure there's some 60s and 61s, 62s in here. 64, and 64D. This box might not be big enough to hold all these. I don't know yet. I'll put the 63 in this in here, and then the proof one behind it. And let's see, there's a 60, another 64, 61 and 63D. 61. Oh, wait. 48D that escaped my attention. That looks uncirculated to me, probably. You want a really nice NGC graded Carson City seeded quarter off the spray cans channel. That's nice. I haven't really done too many official giveaways. I've sent stuff to people like Old Country Coin Collector, his sticker. AG Stacker 1776, his sticker's kind of buried. And Frosty, I sent them Christmas cards. But 1960, that looks pretty close to uncirculated. And that 61, that looks close to uncirculated. And what's that one? 63. That's a 61 mint wrapped. Go behind that one. Let's see. We have a 52D and a 54. So I've almost got this box totally arranged. 52D will go in front of the 52S. 54 will go in front of that one that says uncirculated, because that's not uncirculated. And I think I'm down to 63s and stuff. I think most of the rest of these are 64 coins. Denver's and that. And then this is a 63D, probably about fine to extra fine, maybe. It'll go behind the 63 proof. I don't believe this box has enough. Well, I might have enough room to stuff all this in here, but it's going to be pushing it. But we'll just look through these. A lot of these say uncirculated. 375 to $5 range for most of them. They're all Philadelphia, and they're almost all of them are 64s, and they're all uncirculated pretty much. We'll drop that in here, and then see how much room I have for the 64Ds. Oh, it's going to be tight. There's another 64, but it's not uncirculated. We'll put it in front. We'll pull the modern proof out, and let's see. We've got them these are modern non-silver, so they're not going in this. I'm going to keep this being silver coins. That's pretty well full. This yeah, I was trying to highlight your comment and hit the wrong button. Anyway, this is a 93. It's 90% silver. They started making these 90% proofs a while back. A lot of them I've kind of noticed they start getting this hazy tone or something around the edges of them for some reason, which probably makes them a little less desirable for their looks, but desirable for being a coin that you can collect and stack, because it's they don't really sell for anything more than old ones do. Now this Mint Wrap 96 Denver, and then this is a Philadelphia 96. These two, I don't remember what I paid for them. They weren't very much because they're not even silver. But this box is full of silver quarters now. And I'm not sure. Mine too, like a milky color. Yeah, that, I don't know what exactly causes that, but it does happen. And when you do a lot of live streams and you're using your loop a lot, see those little spots on the loop? That doesn't really, once you get real close and use it the way it's supposed to be, you don't really notice that so much. I'll have to get some lens cleaner for this. I've been using this for quite some time. I like the fact that it's 20.5 millimeters, and it's 10x. I like that a lot. So this and these pennies, all this stuff is not, well, not that 21 mercury dime. That's not going in there. But that box is pretty well full. I could probably snag another coin in it. And I'm thinking that's got to be maybe 80 quarters, maybe. But let's go back. Turn this over here. Now, I found, while I was looking through a bag of random world coins, these two last night, these two Cuban coins, 1916 and two 1915. These are actually silver coins. And when I bought the stuff I bought was not silver, so it's like I didn't expect to see these in there. And then Kane Friday told me that this is a bit of a collectible year for these half pennies. This, if it's AU, it's about a $5 coin maybe. If it's better than AU, it could be worth 20 or 30 bucks probably. So how many coins is in this? Well, that's 10 already. $30, $35. Well, where my finger is in the box is 35. So there's 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 81 coins in the box. If you got Morgans in a box like this, the same size box, you'll probably top out around 65 to 70 range at the tops because they're thicker coins and than quarters are. But that's 81 quarters in there. Today's kind of value, most of these would probably be about, if I had to guess, $5 to $6 range. So, that's a sizable box. 81 by, let's just say $6 a coin. Did not buy them all at the same time, but if it's $6 a coin, that's nearly $500 of coins. Anyway, been on for a little while. Accomplished what I wanted to do. I wanted to sort my quarters and half dollars from my large silver haul because I already done the dimes. There's a lot of coins in that stuff. Half a box, a full box of quarters, half a box of half dollars, and more than a full box of dimes were in all that stuff. So it was pretty loaded. I mean, really loaded. But I'm gonna go ahead and check up and see if Dolly's getting ready to start hers because she said she's starting at 8, but it's only about 7 now, so I don't think she's ready yet, but she'll be ready soon. But I'll have one more look at the 1921 Philadelphia. I have another one, 21 Philly, that's damaged. It was $25 when I bought it. Wasn't sure if it was a Denver one or a Philly, but it turns out it was the Denver one. Philly. But anyway, I went live for a little while. I went over them coins, and I finally got all that stuff sorted. And I can kind of now start to go through and figure out how much all that was worth by how many coins it was. It was 81 quarters, so, and then there's probably was 40 half dollars in it. So you're talking almost $900 to $1,000 of coins, and then there's probably nearly 100 dimes at about $2 a piece. So all in all, over $1,000 of coins in that horde of stuff that I've had for quite some time and hadn't looked at. I have another smaller, I think it's smaller horde worth quite a few coins, and we will probably go through them next weekend and try to sort them out too. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this and check out the Halls Dolly's live stream. She'll be going live pretty soon. And I hope that you all have a good night, and we will see you maybe tomorrow night. Don't know what new stuff I'll have. Probably nothing because I'm not really planning on going anywhere. But I do have a bag of random world coins here that is about, I think it's $8 worth of them at 20 cents a piece. I don't remember what I bought. I thumbed through and just grabbed a few things. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.